When corruption meets justice, the downfall is swift and inevitable. First up, an officer thought he could outsmart everyone, but his body cam had other plans.
On July 4th, 2024, a correctional officer, Latina Washington, was pulled over by Officer Duncan Koch for a suspected window tint violation. This traffic stop should have been routine, but the officer seemed to be looking for drama.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hello.
Officer Koch, TPD, do you have your driver's license?
What happened?
Well, your
What
tent
did
is illegal, so I want to test it and let you know for sure.
Oh, well, I'm not letting you test it, so you can write it. You can write it.
Okay, so you're not going to let me test your tent?
No, sir, you can go ahead and write the ticket. I'm not sure if I have it, and I don't just want to be fumbling around in it. But I do have my own registration and everything.
You don't have your driver's license with you?
I'm not sure.
Where y'all headed?
I was going to get my baby sister.
Okay. I'm going to have to test your tent. I mean, I'd rather do that than have to take it further than that. So, can you just roll it up a
Okay,
little?
yes, sir. Let me call my daddy.
Once everyone gets overhead, we'll go through this freaking fence.
Okay. What are you calling him for?
Property.
She just said you can write the ticket.
Instead of just letting the cop do his job, the correctional officer decided to have a debate, and to make matters worse, she called her dad.
Daddy, I done got pulled over. And his all the way black. Daddy, I just got pulled over. This officer literally waited. He literally went in a neighborhood to pull, like he went in a
There's
neighborhood
nothing
waiting for me to
against I
pull out
can't
so
do
that
that.
he could jump
That's
behind
fine.
me.
Please.
Now he's talking about my team, but I told him I don't want him to test my team. Just write the ticket.
Sir, if she doesn't let me test it, she'll go to jail. This is ridiculous. I'm just...
He said if I don't let him test my tent, then I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
But this man is literally targeting me. He literally purposely drove through a neighborhood. That's what I thought. I know you can't go to jail for.
Right now, she's resisting this investigation. So if she can't roll the window up...
You can't.
Sir,
What?
I'm
You don't
not...
have to cooperate.
Daddy, can
Excuse
you
me?
please come here?
really not trying to do this today.
Yes, sir.
Ask him, is that an order?
Yes, it's an order. It's a lawful order for you to roll your window up a little bit so I can test it. I'm not trying to do
But
this.
what if she don't want to let you test it?
Then
You
she'll
can't take her to jail,
then
correct?
she'll be resisting the whole investigation.
That's not resistance.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because you're not allowing me to do my job.
Okay, listen, she don't have to help you do your job.
Yes, she does.
She don't have to help you investigate. Okay, take her to jail and I'm
not
gonna just
a
do y'all.
lawsuit.
Do your job then.
I'll let you
No,
know
no,
where
you
it's
don't
at.
have to cooperate.
Can you just write me the ticket, sir, and we can do it like that?
I need to know where it's at. to write your ticket.
He can't write you a ticket if he can't test.
Exactly. So now you're
That's
making
why
my
he wants
job
you to let you
impossible.
test.
That's the definition of resisting.
It's shocking that Miss Washington and her father claimed to know the law but made their own interpretations of it. Officer Koch decided to patiently wait for a supervisor despite being correct.
So we'll just wait on the supervisor to get here.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all needing a dog for that, or y'all good?
Oh, they can get the dog.
That's not what's not. That's not what this stop.
Trespassing right
It's
now.
fine.
We're checking the property.
Nah, they worry about it.
Well,
And the
who's your
sergeant,
dad?
It's fine. It doesn't matter who he is.
Exactly, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Just like,
Governor or whatever. So
Right.
your dad coming doesn't. It's not going to stop me from doing my
yes,
job.
sir, it's not. That's understood.
The power game don't work with us.
Yes, sir, understood.
We take an oath to do our job no matter what.
Them tent's darker than mine.
Okay, well I'm on this stop right
We
now.
know. We know.
Not trying to
We
but
know.
at this point.
Because y'all swear I'm a D-boy. I swear to God, every day I get followed every single day because of this car. Every single day. Like last night, I got followed by two.
I was just stopping you because of the
It's,
tent.
it's always something every single day. I wasn't speeding last time. I just got stopped yesterday. I didn't even get stopped. They followed me and then they see my uniform and backed off twice
Okay.
in the same night. So
I couldn't see your uniform because your tent is so dark.
it's okay.
Even if I did
You've
see it.
never seen these windows up, sir.
Yes, I did.
Okay, the windows was literally down. We were sitting right there looking on our on our phone.
I
Like,
know down when she left my house.
Your window is up, sir.
The correctional officer tried to play the victim card, claiming she was being stopped because of her car. It's puzzling why she didn't let the officer proceed with the investigation instead of wasting everyone's time.
Ma'am, also your rear is illegal, I can tell you.
and
So
now
it's
he's
not
saying
just,
my rear. What's illegal now?
the rear is too dark as well.
Now it's just the rear that's
No, this is too, and I'm about to show you when you should let me do my job. It doesn't have to be like this. Be,
He said now the back window's too dark and all this. If he wanted,
If it is, I'll either write her a ticket or give her a warning. Usually I lean towards warnings. But right now she's not letting me do my job at all. So
but I'm gonna get pulled because I'm in a Charger though.
No,
I always get pulled
that's not what
over
it
them.
is.
I'm in a Charger. They think I'm a D-boy. This every day. This every
But
day.
he said it's just really because of the windows.
You think that he pulled you over because it was you?
It's okay, and I honestly don't.
I couldn't see who was in the car. Look how dark the windows are.
My window was never up, sir. You keep saying that.
For all I knew, you were 80-year-old grandma. I have no idea.
My windows was never up.
I was surprised, but I figured you would let me go ahead and get you
Yeah,
out
the
of here.
sergeant.
Shortly after, the supervisor arrived on the scene and tried to deal with the woman calmly, but her entitlement just didn't seem to lessen.
Okay, ma'am, I see you're a correctional officer. If you get arrested, I'm pretty sure you won't be anymore. So here's the thing. For window tint, you have to roll the window up. It's a lawful command. If you fail to obey a lawful command, you'll be arrested.
Can you be in the officer, then I need to pull my window up.
Well, no, as a citizen, you need to do that. I'm just saying you have a significantly more powerful consequence of getting arrested. I understand. Most people don't.
That's why I called him out here, because I know that that's
Why would they tint windows too dark if they know you? Why would they sell you the car and they know the windows so you could get arrested?
It's not getting arrested for the tint. It's getting arrested for resistance. She's not complying.
Well, I have a right also, right? I have a right to not permanent myself, right? Yes, sir.
To not what?
I plead the fifth. I don't want to get my tints tested.
That's
Right.
not, no, that's not an option. By driving, you forfeit certain rights. I.e., you can't say, we pull you over for a traffic violation. Let's say you're speeding. You can't say, I'm not giving you a driver's license. Because once you drive, you basically have implied consent that I agree to the rules.
But he got the driver's license. She didn't say nothing about the driver's license.
That's not even the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's a traffic violation.
Well, this is what happens when you've never studied the law and base your entire thoughts after watching a few YouTube videos. The officer had every right to check the window, and Washington should consider herself lucky that she hadn't been yanked out of the car yet.
The tint's a ticket.
at the worst.
Yeah, you don't want a ticket.
You don't get arrested for that.
Because you already...
However, failure to obey a lawful command is a chargeable offense in the state of Florida.
Yeah, he's going to give you a warning, so just let him test it, Tina.
No, we're not doing a warning now.
Oh, what is it?
Now, if it's a violation, then it's a ticket. But if it's not a violation, then it's...
But she is running out of chances because we cannot sit here all day and wait for her
But then with
to...
the ticket, you can...
You're taking
Go
child
to
to court.
court.
Yes, absolutely.
But Tina, let him go ahead and test it. So you'll know what you're dealing with.
You can always fight it, you know.
Yep.
But you probably have to get a lawyer.
Ma'am, I've explained the situation to you quite clearly. I've explained that this is a lawful command. I explained that failing to be a lawful command will lead to your arrest. So, one more time, are you going to roll the window up so you can test it, or are you going to get arrested?
It's going to lead to my arrest.
Yes, I am.
Tina, who you talking to? I'm her grandmother.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, who you
That's
talking
fine.
to? Who you asking?
Ma'am, I will give you 30 seconds to make her to either get arrested or make a decision.
Despite knowing her career would be jeopardized if she's arrested, Washington kept on infuriating the officers until their patience wore off.
No. Watch out.
20 seconds.
Roll your window up and let him do that job.
Listen, for resisting, listen,
It's not the point.
don't do all. Listen, don't ruin your career over a window scent. Please don't do that. Listen,
5 seconds.
Okay, go get it. Go get it.
go get what?
Go get it.
He has it right here. Roll your
All
window.
right. You have to roll the window up, ma'am.
Here's the meter. If you roll it up, I want to test it.
All right.
Roll it up to here. I want to test it if you roll it up.
I'm going to roll it up. Roll it up, Brian. Roll it up.
Okay.
Last chance, roll it up. Roll it up or go to jail. Take her to jail. All right, we're done with this. You're under arrest. You're under arrest, ma'am.
We've been begging her.
Really?
We've been sitting here begging her.
Again, had she rolled the window up, this would have...
Y'all push me out.
How long? When? When?
I was trying to talk to her. I was trying to talk to her.
All this for a window? That's what I'm saying. All this for a window?
I was trying to talk to her.
I'll explain to you.
Y'all got other stuff y'all could be doing right now.
The officers were nothing but cordial throughout the encounter. They gave her ample time and opportunity to amend her mistake, but it appeared as if she was ready to test their limits.
Do you have anything on you?
No, I don't.
Makes no sense. I agree with you. I agree that this makes no sense at this point. But you pushed it this far instead of just rolling the window down.
So here's the thing. I've been standing out here for the past 3 minutes. Explaining to her, look, you have to roll the window up to test for the tint. That's, once you start driving a car, there are certain things you agree to by driving the car. That's one of them.
I have nothing.
We have to check. Is that your boyfriend or something? Is that your boyfriend in the car? All right, I'm gonna have you sit down in my car for a second, okay? Go ahead and put your foot in. I'll get them for you. I gotta do it. Have you done the course?
Hold on, I'm finna. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
5%.
Okay.
Okay. It's
All right.
illegal.
Okay. We already. Okay. We know that. Okay. Bro, you don't have to keep on it. Okay. We know.
All right, write the ticket. You can turn the car off now, man. Thanks.
That's not.
Washington was issued a citation for the window tint violation and charged with resisting arrest without violence. Soon after, she was removed from her job as a correctional officer and would definitely be cursing her decision on this day for a long time. While this officer learned her lesson, this next tyrant went a little too far ahead by going hands-on with this auditor.
Don't touch my phone.
Turn it off.
Don't, I have a body camera on too. Don't touch my phone. I have a right to freedom of press, ma'am.
You do not have the right to film in this
I
building.
do. This is a public building.
$5,000 and
This
delayed
is
you a permit?
In December 20th, 21, veteran auditor Sean Paul Reyes was conducting a First Amendment audit at the Orangetown Town Hall building when he encountered an official who wasn't much impressed by his antics.
Hi, are you filming?
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good, how are you? Are you filming?
Who are you first?
Who are you first?
No. Who are you?
I'm sorry, you're in my building. Who are you?
I'm in your building.
This is the Town of Orangetown's building?
This is yours?
This is the Town of Orangetown's building. I work here.
Oh, okay. This is not your building. You don't own it, right?
I'm sorry, are you filming here?
You don't own the building. The people own the building, ma'am. This is a public building.
And
Respectfully.
do you have a permit to film here?
Do I have a permit?
Yeah.
I do not have a permit, no.
Okay, so in order to film in this building, you need a permit.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh,
Who are
really?
you? Yeah, really. Who are you? So I know who I spoke with?
I want to know how come you think you don't need a permit?
Is your name on your shirt? I can't really see. You work for the
Please
supervisor's
shut that down
office?
because you're not allowed to film here without a permit.
The lady clearly had no clue about the photography laws inside the building, but handling Karens like these is no big deal for Sean. However, things escalated when a police officer arrived and sided with the lady.
Ma'am, why are
How
you
you
becoming
doing,
so
sir? How may I
hostile?
help you?
How you doing, sir?
Officer Caleb, Orangetown Police Department.
How you doing?
What's going on today?
Nothing, just filming.
Okay.
Doesn't have a permit.
I don't need a permit.
I'm going to ask you to leave.
I'd like that shut off,
This
so
is-
I don't want
Exits
anything
this
on
way.
it.
You can turn it off, or I can take it from you.
Don't touch me.
You
Are
leave.
you ordering me to leave?
I'm ordering you to leave.
But I
you-
want that
okay.
filming, whatever's on his
Turn it
phone,
off.
shut off. I want
Don't.
it
I'm
white.
walking out.
Turn it off.
This is not against the law. This is a constitutionally protected activity.
Turn it
I'm
off.
trying to. You're trying.
Turn off the phone.
I am trying to walk past you to
Turn
leave.
off the phone.
I want to make it clear. I'm trying to walk past you to leave because you're going to need some complaints.
Turn off the
Don't
phone.
touch my phone.
Turn it off.
Don't. I have a body camera on too. Don't touch my phone.
Turn
What are
it
you guys doing? This is against the law.
Give me your license.
This is against the law.
License.
This is against the law,
I'm
sir.
on your ID.
This is what crime have I committed?
I can ask you for your ID. You're
And
you're in a government facility.
you can ask me for
Where's
my
your
ID and I can decline.
Where's your ID?
I'm gonna decline to give you my ID. It's my right.
Oh, you are? You
It's
can't
my
be at a
right.
government facility.
Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime, sir?
You don't have a permit to
You
film
are-
in this
That's
building.
not a
government
crime.
facility.
That doesn't mean this is a public building. Go get your supervisor, please. I'm asking for your supervisor.
I'm going to wait right here.
I'm sure your policy states that if I ask for your supervisor, you have to get me one. So can you get me a supervisor?
Officer Calaf turned out to be a bully in police uniform, and there clearly was no limit to this pig's arrogance.
What's my mistake?
Your mistake is you're violating my rights.
I'm not violating your
And I'm going to
rights.
hold you
You're in-
accountable.
You are in a government building.
You just grab. That doesn't matter. This is a public
You're not allowed
building.
to film.
Yes, I am. This is a public building. I'm a journalist. I have freedom of
Like I
press.
said, you want our supervisor?
Yes, I want your
Come
supervisor.
down to the police department side, and we'll bring our supervisor.
Great. Tell him not to touch me. Don't touch me again. You touch my You touch my camera.
You need to turn it off.
No, I don't.
You need a permit to film in this.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Is that a law?
No, it's town ordinance.
It's not a law.
It's the town
Town
code.
ordinance.
It's not a law. Where's the
You don't want me to
code?
go get the town attorney?
Go get him. I'm sure he'll educate you, ma'am. If he's
I'm
good at what
sorry.
his job, I'm sure he'll
Are you trying
educate
to
you.
insult me?
I'm
You
not
just
trying
said
to
I need
insult
be
you.
educated.
Yeah, because you obviously
I
don't know freedom
issue
of
the
press.
permits. I issue the permits in this building and the town of Orangetown.
You
for
obviously don't
filming.
understand I
know
have
you
a
did.
right to freedom of press, ma'am.
You do not have the right to film in this
I
building.
do. This is a public
Did you pay
building.
$5,000 and
This
did I
is
issue a permit?
you're talking about for commercial film. Again, you need education. Go get the town attorney, please. You're talking about commercial filming, ma'am.
I'm not going to have you dismiss me like I'm some peon.
I'm,
okay?
Ma'am, you've been treating me bad. You've grabbed my camera.
You're
Please
walking
get me a
around
supervisor, sir.
So come with me to this side and we'll get the supervisor.
Please get me a
This is
supervisor.
the town hall side. Come with me to the police department side. We'll get the supervisor.
This is a classic Ken and Karen duo known to intimidate people and abuse their authority. Meanwhile, another cop intervened and tried to bring some justice to Sean.
Don't touch me ever again. Please excuse me. Get out of my way. Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Sorry about that.
Come on.
No, I don't trust this guy behind me. He's a loose
Have him
cannon.
walk in front of us then. I'll
Loose
walk with
cannon.
you. He can walk in front.
Loose cannon. Uneducated.
Come on,
What are you in training, man? Like, I don't understand. What's wrong with
Why is
you?
he in training? Where did he get the indication he's in
Because
training?
he doesn't understand that I have the right to film, number one. Number two, he puts his hands on my equipment, which he cannot do.
Right, but you don't have the right to film inside for no legitimate reason, which is what he was trying to explain to you.
No,
That's
no,
what we're
no.
trying to figure out.
First of
what
all,
you're
no one
filming
before.
for, like, what-
Exactly. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. I'm working on a story at City Hall. I have to go see the town clerk to do a Freedom of Information Act request.
But you don't do that at the town clerk, though. That goes to the records department. The Freedom of
No,
Information.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about for the police department.
coming in, so-
I'm not talking about for the police department, sir. I'm talking
Okay.
about for the town, and it's on this camera.
Right.
You tried to grab my phone, not you. When I say you, I
Generally
meant
speaking,
general,
okay.
the police.
Right.
I don't even remember his name at the moment, but he tried to take my phone from me. What authority does he have to do that?
Well, that's what I said. I wasn't there. I don't know. So I'd rather not speak on
Okay,
that. 'cause I
well,
don't
that's
know
why
what
we're gonna get a
happened, so-
supervisor, right?
Yeah, he went in
Okay.
to get him now.
Moments later, a supervisor arrived, and Sean explained to him the entire situation regarding the tyrant cop.
Good morning.
All right, my name is Mike Boyce. I'm a sergeant here in Orangetown PD.
What was your last name, sir?
Boyce, B-O-Y-S-A.
Boyza.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You requested to speak with the supervisor?
Correct, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Officer Califf.
Okay.
Completely unhinged and out of control.
Okay.
Completely.
All right.
Attempted to take my phone from me. Like, when I say attempted, grabbed my phone and I had to wrestle it out of his hands.
Okay.
Ordered me to leave a public building while I'm conducting lawful business.
Okay.
And just completely unprofessional and unaware of the freedom of press that we have in this country. I told him, no de-escalation technique whatsoever to try and figure out who I was, what I was doing here. Just allowed an employee from the supervisor's office to put a battery in his back. And like I said, immediately, I'm ordering you to leave this building right now. Didn't even ask who I was, what I was doing. No type of prerequisite questions as to figure out what my purpose is. This is our building. This is the town building. You need a permit to film. Again, all things that a police officer, I don't know if he's new. I don't know, if he's been here for 20 years. I don't know. But the point is that a police officer should know. They should be properly trained not to put your hands on law-abiding citizens. Let me see your ID. Give me your ID. I don't need that. These things concern me, sir. These behaviors by law enforcement who took an oath to uphold the Constitution really concern me, and I want to file a formal complaint against this officer.
Okay. Do you want to provide me with your ID?
I can give you my name, sure.
Okay. All right. What's your first name, sir?
The supervisor was much calmer and more composed than the previous officer. He also wrote down the complaint himself and assured Sean that action would be taken against Officer Calla.
All right. So right now you're telling me you want to file a formal complaint?
Correct.
Okay. I'll get the paperwork for you. At this point, do you want to tell me why you came to the building today?
Well, sure. I mean, it's not a secret. I'm an independent journalist, just like I told anybody else who took the time to ask me.
right.
I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story, doing some Freedom of Information Act requests with the town clerk.
Okay.
That's it, and documenting my experience to disseminate to the public. That's all, peacefully.
Okay.
No issues. This is a public building. These are public areas of the building.
All right. So independent journalist, right?
Correct.
And gathering information.
Correct. As far as the layout of the building, public records requests. Okay.
Civilian complaint against a police employee. So I'm going to give you a pen here. Do you have a pen on you or no?
No. You know what? I'm gonna fill this out. Can you give me your email or internal affairs email, and I can email it over, and I'll definitely follow back up on it.
Would you be able to bring this original back here? Could you fill it out and bring it back to the police station?
Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. Will you notarize it and then give it back to me? Give me a copy so I have you know what I mean? Like I have a signed copy that you received it.
I'll look into that, whether or not I can give you an actual copy of it. But what's going to happen is you'll fill it out when you come back here. I'll sign the bottom, confirming it. Okay, but we want to keep the original.
No, yeah, but I would just need a copy. That's all.
And I'll check on that at the time that you come back with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
So
I'll fill it out.
Hold on to these forms
Yep.
here. Any other questions for me today?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
And I asked to speak with Sergeant Boysa.
Boysa, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Sean filed a complaint against Officer Cala, but he wasn't finished. He also wanted to file one against the Karen who started it all.
Can I speak to a supervisor here? Somebody in charge? Regarding a complaint. Regarding I don't know her name. She didn't give it to me, but a woman came out and was very rude. You know, I would go as far as to say unhinged. You know, yelling at me. Had a police officer try and take my camera from me. I have freedom of press, and no one even asked me what I was doing first. They just said, you can't film in here without a permit. Do you have $5,000? You know, just escalated the situation. I'm an independent journalist, exercising my freedom of press right. There was a police officer who I'm going to file a complaint against too, but she doesn't work for the police. She works for the supervisor's office. Excuse me? Yes, I am right now. Yeah. So yeah, no, I saw her jacket said supervisor's office, so that's why I'm here to try and speak with. I don't know what her name exactly was, but because she wouldn't give it to me, but yeah, I wanted to find. She said that she writes the complaints, so I mean she hands out the permit. So whoever that is, that's who she is.
Okay. Why don't you go outside and have a seat?
Sure, I'll wait.
Hello.
Hi.
I just been advised that the police are handling it, so.
So the police are going to handle the complaint against somebody who.
So that's all I can say. So have a good day. The police are going to handle it.
Okay.
It appears the department was just trying to hide her name. He continued his day and went over to file a Freedom of Information Act request. But even the town clerk seemed to have a problem with Sean.
Hi, how are you, sir? Just wanted to do a Freedom of Information Act request.
Sure. Do you have the?
I don't have the form, no.
Okay. Don't film me.
Excuse me?
Are you filming me? Please don't do that.
Sir, I'm just
permission to do it.
Okay. I'm just trying to conduct business. That's all I'm trying to do.
Understand.
That's it.
Conduct it when that's closed.
So because I'm filming, you won't help me?
I'm telling you, I didn't give you permission to film me, so please turn it off.
So you work for the public. I don't need your permission. I'm just here gathering content for a story. There's nothing nefarious going on here. I just want to conduct my business, be on my way. There's cameras all over the place. I didn't give you permission to film me.
That's for the safety. What am I going to do?
What am I going to do? Exactly. The argument goes both ways.
I'll see if the form prints out. Normally it's done online. If not, you can there's not a form.
It doesn't, yeah, it's a law, so I could just put on a blank piece. You want to hand me a blank piece of paper? I'll take care of it that way. It's not a big deal. I'll write down all the pertinent information, and I'll give it right back to you. Thank you.
Sean handed over the complaint to the supervisor before he made his way out of the building.
We're going to be submitting the formal complaint to the police department here.
Hello again, Mr. Reyes.
Hey, Sergeant. Here's the written statement.
Okay.
A little sloppy.
All right.
It's basically a little summary of everything I told you already.
Sean encountered tyrants throughout his audit in this building and was shocked by the entitlement of these officials. After filing his complaints, he concluded his audit shortly after that. Surprisingly, this wasn't the last time Sean was intimidated by an officer while minding his business.
There was no need for you to bring that out here. I know you want to seem cool or whatever, but I'm not a threat to you. You don't need to pepper ball.
The auditor arrived at the Etowah County Correctional Facility and was taking pictures from a safe distance when a sergeant approached him and tried to knock him off.
Who are you? My name is Sean. My name is Sean. I don't need any help, Sergeant Daniel. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
I mean, you can't be recording my guys.
I can't be recording who?
You can't be recording my work.
Why is that?
You just can't be. Who are you supposed to be with?
I just can't be? I'm just with myself. I'm not with anybody.
Okay. Well, I need you to go, please.
I'm sorry?
You need to go.
No, I'm okay right here. Thank you. Sergeant Daniel thinks he can tell a free man in this country what to do in a publicly accessible area. Because I'm recording his workers. You mean your slaves? They're not your workers. They're slaves. I mean...
Sean continued to film, but he had no clue that he would be returning with some backup to threaten him.
It looks like Sergeant Daniel brought backup with him to try and intimidate a journalist exercising his rights. Excuse me? Who are you, sir? I'm just asking for your name.
Deputy Phillips.
Deputy Phillips? My name is Sean, Deputy Phillips. Is there a reason you have that firearm with you?
Yes. Pepperball rifle. It's used inside the facility.
Well, you're not inside the facility.
This is part of the facility.
This is outside of the facility.
It's not part of it. This is part of my job. This is my security.
Right. There's no need for...
You are on county property. If you do not leave, I will call somebody up here and have you arrested for trespassing.
This is publicly accessible area.
No, it's not.
There's no restricted area signs or no trespassing signs. You all are correctional officers?
Sean wasn't to be intimidated by these cowards, as he had been up against some of the very worst of law enforcement. He casually brushed past these officials and went on with his day.
Is this a restricted area?
Yes.
Deputy? There's no signs indicating that it's a restricted area.
Authorized personnel.
Yeah, parking.
It's still authorized. You're not authorized to do that.
It says parking. I'm not parking, I'm on a sidewalk. There was no need for you to bring that out here. I know you want to seem cool or whatever, but I'm not a threat to you. You don't need to pepper ball, shoot me. Absolutely ridiculous. It says parking for authorized personnel only. This is parking. Doesn't say authorized personnel only in this area.
Next, two officers tried to cover up their tracks, but little did they know that digital footprints are hard to erase.
In September 20th, 24, a veteran First Amendment auditor who goes by his YouTube channel, Denver Metro Audits, decided to head over to the Eaglewood Block Party and interview some tyrant cops. Along with another female auditor, he initially approached the mayor, Joe Anderson, who displayed a highly repressive attitude.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys came out to the Eaglewood Block Party. You tried any of the food vendors or anything?
No, but I'm starving. I'm gonna try some soon.
Good.
What did you get?
Well, these are French fries.
Oh, that's what those are?
That's what these are, yeah.
Well, let me get a picture. I've never seen French fries before. Okay, cool.
Yep.
A little bit smart-assy, but all right. Do you get anything else besides the fries? Is kind of what I was asking, like maybe a burger or a hot dog or I don't know. What do you get? Just fries, that's it?
You want one?
Yeah.
Missed.
Oh, you're gonna flick it on me? I'll take another one. Can I have it?
No.
Hold it?
Yeah, you missed the chance.
That was my one and only chance?
That was your one and only chance.
Okay. There we go. There we go.
Thanks.
Yep.
Oh,
Right back at you,
why don't you get that on video?
Oh yeah, she got it.
After getting a French fry flipped at him, they decided to move ahead and encountered a police officer whom the auditor had some history with.
Not talking to me. They're just staring at me. You know, that stare doesn't really intimidate guys like me.
You should engage when you have the opportunity to look good.
Yeah, try to make yourself look good on the camera for once. You know what I mean? Like, your behavior right now is just literally what perpetuates these videos. But you guys just don't get that, man. I came up to you totally nice. I have no idea what you and Regan have going on, but I've never met you before. I gave everyone the benefit of the doubt when I first meet them.
So I asked Officer Douglas if this was an unauthorized area. Is it? It's not. Okay, good. Thank you for answering. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Douglas doesn't really know how to interface with the public. I never met him before, and I was just trying to be nice to him. Oh, I talk to you and you just walk away. Now I see where Douglas gets it, man. I was literally trying to talk to you, you just walk away from me, man.
As the sergeant went past the security guard, he signaled him something. Without wasting a second, the guard approached the auditors, trying to intimidate them.
What's up?
I'm gonna need you to leave.
I'm gonna need you to disengage with me and turn around and go back to where you came from, but
Okay,
I don't know who you think you are. Well, I'm
You
asking you politely. You're not going to give me directives. I don't know who you think you are.
Okay,
But you have no authority over me. You have no authority over me.
I'm asking you, you need to leave.
I'm asking you to please leave too.
I'm doing my job.
I'm asking you to. I'm doing my job.
You ain't doing nothing. You're harassing people. I'm asking
You're
you to
harassing
leave.
me
Where
right
did
now.
you hear the word ain't?
Where did you learn how to parent? I'm asking you
Are
guys
you
to
my
leave.
son?
No, but this clearly is.
This guy is my son? No, sweetheart, he's way too old to be my son.
Yeah, well, I need you guys
think
to
you
leave,
want to be
okay?
my son right now.
I don't want to be your son.
Then why don't you go right back to your
I will
post?
once you guys kind of.
Well, we're not. Your boss is going to notice that you're not there.
I'm not doing my job. That's the thing.
No, you're not doing your job, and your
Right,
boss
let me
is
just
going to
call
tell
him
you
up
that
so
you're
he
not
can
doing
come
your
here and
job.
make you leave himself.
Listen, youngster, go back over there, do what you were doing. You were doing a great job. It was going good. Make it a nice evening for yourself.
I'm trying. Yeah, that's not.
And who are you to kick us out of here, man? This is a public event. We're part of the public, okay?
Mark! Mark, come on. You're going to let this escalate, huh? Are you not a peace officer? Are you not a peace officer to keep the peace? You remember that day you told me you were there to use force on me, but you were there to keep the peace.
The security guard was making a fool of himself, clueless that he was up against a duo who knew the law better than his own supervisors. Sadly, the officer watched and let the guard give unlawful orders to them. This shows how bad a cop Mr. Douglas is.
I'm asking you politely to take your shoes off, bro. How about that?
Okay, then stop harassing these people.
I'm not harassing anyone, man. I'm talking to the government. I'm talking to the police officers. I have a right to do that. You understand that, right? You know the case law? Irizarry versus Yahya? I can record the police. I can talk to them. I can tell them they're dumb. You understand that, right? It's free speech, right? Just like you have free speech to come up and think that you have the authority to ask me to leave politely. I can ask you to take your shoes off politely. I can ask you to give me $5 politely. Doesn't mean you have to do it, man. You don't have authority over me, man. You're just a security guard. You're just some guy.
Can I get backup?
He's calling for backup, Mark. He's calling for backup.
The lieutenant realized he was in the wrong, and soon the misinformed security guard got a lesson in the law.
Okay, well, our agenda is to film the public event. Harassing who? Are we harassing these cops? Were you harassing us when you told us to leave the event? Yeah, you were. Dude, shut up. You told us we had to leave.
You're still here.
I know, right? And look at all these clowns. You should have seen Douglas. You
Our
let them.
command post is ready.
I
so
know.
If we need water, if we need to go to the restroom, we all get
Right on.
So
right
that's why
on.
we're over here.
You've got another command post over there, Breakfast Queen, King, whatever it is. The rest of you are just hanging out over there, too.
Gotcha.
Well, these dumb dipshits are out here trying to be law enforcers.
Well, I'm going to go continue to do my job, all right? You have a good day.
Have a good night.
You should educate the security guard guy here that doesn't have the authority to kick people out of the event, man.
Buy the movie?
All right, youngster. Try to tell you, man.
Can't resist.
The poor guard had nowhere to hide his face as the auditors marched on. Later that evening, they encountered Officer Stanley. infamous for arresting a homeless man just for recording the police. Sensing the moment, the auditors began grilling the tyrant with some tough questions.
What's up, Stanley?
How you doing?
Not bad. So what happened, man? How come you arrested that guy for recording you guys when Robbie was tasing that guy sitting on a bench?
It's all in my report.
Huh?
It's all in my report.
Well, why don't you just tell me? I'm here right now, member of the public. You know, interference, you have to use physical force, threaten to use physical force or an obstacle, right?
All right.
His mere presence can't be obstruction.
Okay.
It's even in your city ordinance.
Okay.
Go to charge with the city ordinance. It's the same thing. You have to use physical force. So I don't understand why you would do that, man.
Okay.
You know, if you swore an oath to the Constitution,
That's right.
you shouldn't just arrest somebody just because you don't want them there.
You can read you can read my report.
It's not interference.
You can read my report.
I saw the whole thing on video.
You can read my report.
I saw it.
Okay.
No, you were only there for the part where you arrested the guy who was documenting it. Peacefully, just because he was talking. Verbal opposition is not obstruction, man. You know that, right? Like, he can verbally oppose and say you guys are wrong like he was doing. You can't just arrest someone for that and lock him in a cage.
Stanley showed no remorse for his past actions, and the auditor kept schooling him in front of the crowd. Soon after, Reagan jumped in, determined to hold the officer accountable.
And you locked someone in a cage for recording you? You're a disgrace, man.
You guys missed it. They were on the main stage.
Honor your oath.
Hope you guys had fun. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
You too.
It's not just a formality to get the job, Stanley. That's why, you know, I have a civil rights attorney. His name's... He's already talking about how this is a crazy lawsuit that he's going to have with against you, man. No qualified immunity.
Had I been standing there, would you have thrown me into the wall? You wouldn't have, huh? You're using those homeless as target practice. You better change the way you're thinking.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You threw him into the wall. You had to have medical called, right? He was bleeding.
And you know what? You're going to get away with it. You know why? Because Mike thinks he deserved it. You're a asshole.
Do better, man.
Have a nice night, guys. Yep. Have a good night.
You want to laugh? You think it's funny? Huh? It's Reagan. You don't. Can you say it? Say it. Say it right.
All right, Reagan. Have a good night.
Look at this.
Oh,
Right
look
here.
at this.
Here.
Yeah.
Here's the.
Couldn't help it, man. We were about to leave.
The officer grew increasingly agitated as he was being humiliated publicly. In a terrible move, he chose to body shame Reagan, a decision that backfired spectacularly.
You fat.
Look at you.
I'm a fat. Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it, peace officer.
Have a nice night, guys.
She's not a law enforcement officer. I guarantee you couldn't outrun me.
Look at this fat this belt.
How dare we call Officer Stanley out for violating people's rights, locking him in cages, for recording him. How dare. You don't know what happened. This guy arrested a homeless man and locked him in a cage for recording him, for recording his buddy.
After he threw him into the wall.
A homeless man who was sitting down on a park bench. It's not like we're just ripping into him. These guys are cool. We like them. This guy violated a man's civil rights. It's unacceptable. And then he's being condescending, calling my friend by the wrong name on purpose.
Look at you.
The auditors kept insulting him until the pig eventually left the scene. Both the auditors talked to a few more people before they called it a day and went home. Moving on, here's another auditor teaching law enforcement officers some basic de-escalation tactics.
Is this too close? Are you scared? I'm not wearing an AR, so I don't know why you're like scared.
In August 2024, First Amendment Auditor Chuck Bronson was filming in the streets with his friend Pablo when he noticed a couple of police officers had pulled over an individual. As they closed into film, one officer began to show reservations about their presence.
What? What? Huh? I am staying back. I'm like 30 feet away. Is this too close? Are you scared? Chill out, man. Are you good? Are you good or are you still scared? Is this good?
How many times have you asked me the same question, man? We're good. Everything is fine.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for answering my question, servant. Now shut up and do your job. I don't need all the extra lip.
Are they your buddies?
Yeah, that's right. They're not my friend.
They're done harassing this guy. I bet you they give each other hand jobs in the back over there.
Bronson was recording from a safe distance and had every right to be there. Soon the officers also minded their job as the auditor kept grilling them.
What? No. What? No. Hey, Julio Lopez, would you consent to letting them search your car? Yo, Paco! You ever read that case law where it says the more you talk to the cops, the longer they can hold you? Hey, Paco, did you get that email today saying Krispy Kreme's hiring? You did? Yeah, the only problem is they got cameras too.
Eventually, the cops let the suspect go without any further arrest. Even the officer appreciated Bronson's comedy and approached him to get a law lesson.
Funny guy, man.
I try. I'm not wearing an AR, so I don't know why you're like scared. Okay, cool, man. We just came to record. Normally we're quiet if we don't get bothered, but we start getting static and
We don't want people pulling up on us.
obviously we're not going to come jump on your hood.
I know that, but like you said, when people start coming up behind us, we don't know who you are. We gotta kind of
Well, I mean, if you can't articulate facts, then why are you treating people like criminals? Just because somebody comes up behind you, you don't know who they are. That's not a crime, man. What's that have to do with anything?
suspicious at this time of night. People walking up to our.
Is that a felony, or can I be going to prison for that, or how's that work for suspicious? Come on, man, articulate some facts if you're gonna detain people and try to control them. If you start telling people where to stand and what to do, that's a detainment.
Did we come and move you from where you were?
He was trying, but
I didn't, did I?
no, you did all right. I'm not blowing you that much. I'm not blowing you that much crap. It's all good, man. I was just trying to let you know we're not here to attack you. We're not here to hurt you, man. I promise. You ever see us, we ain't gonna hurt you.
I know that, man. But like I said, I've never.
If I see somebody attacking you, I'm gonna help. I promise.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm not gonna let somebody hurt you.
What was your buddy's name? I'm not telling you you can't record.
What's your name? He wants to know.
Hey, him and I are cool, man.
Pablo. You call me Pablo. No, it's not Pablo.
Pablo Jones, and I'm James Freeman.
I don't think you're James Freeman. I think I know James Freeman.
I know James too. It's me.
Y'all have a channel or y'all just doing it for now?
Yeah, you're not James Freeman.
I'd love to see the channel. No?
Sorry,
We're just gonna have to comb through all the millions of others.
Yeah,
to do it.
you'll find. What's your name? We'll just tag you in it. We'll put your names on the front page.
Oh, wow. Okay, I appreciate it.
Can
My name
I
is
care if I get
Mike.
close? I'm not
Go
gonna
for it,
hurt you, man.
Go for it.
What the hell does that say?
The officers soon realized that the auditors weren't there to cause trouble, but simply for their own safety. It's refreshing to see cops appreciate the humor and get along with the public.
Faze? Is that like Faze Rug? What does
Did I
that say?
disrespect you?
No, I just can't see it because the
You want me to
lighting
put my name
sucks.
now? Faez.
Faez.
Come on now,
Faze.
man.
I'm Officer Hamilton.
Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
You can read that? Yeah, but you can
Cool.
use that name?
I know, he just told me.
All right, well, y'all have any
I didn't
other
have to read it.
No? No other
Stay
questions?
safe. We'll
No,
cover
man,
you
we were
out
just
here.
making sure for officer safety you guys are good. That's it, man.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
I always appreciate that. So,
Have a good
all
night.
right, guys.
You guys
Have a
be
good
careful. I
night.
couldn't.
See y'all around.
Yeah, never know.
Eventually, the auditors left the cops alone, ending the altercation positively. Next, we have these tyrants whose lies were caught on camera, leaving them embarrassed.
He's dirty. That's what he is. He's a liar and dirty.
On January 16th, 2021, an activist and a cop watcher, Joe Cool was pulled over by the cops. When an officer demanded his ID, the well-informed individual turned the tables on him.
What's up?
Can I have your driver's license, please?
For what?
So I can make sure that you have a driver's license.
That's what you pulled me over to do a driver's license verification?
No, I'm conducting a traffic stop because I observed you commit a traffic infraction.
What was that?
Can you roll down the window so I can hear you? I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear him? Because I can hear him.
I can't hear you too well. I need to hear you just as much as you can hear me.
So what traffic infraction did I commit?
You crossed a solid line and I ran your license plate. It appears to be expired, so I'm investigating that.
Ever. Come get it.
I don't understand the hostility. I'm just trying to get your
Because
driver's
you're a
license.
liar.
And I also need your proof of registration and insurance.
Because you're a liar, that's why. It's over here, come get it.
Okay, sir, I'm not going to play these games with you.
Come
Okay, how
get
about
it. I'm
you-
holding out the window. I'm producing it. That's the law.
Okay, sir.
Producing. Don't f***ing get your hand out of my f***ing car.
Okay, meet me in the back of the car.
I'm producing it right
Step out
there.
And step out with your registration and proof of insurance as well, because I need to see those two things as well, please. Thank you.
What?
Sir, I need you to step out of the car.
I'm
please.
getting the f***ing insurance and the paperwork you just asked for. I'm getting it.
The officers had no clue that the activist had 8 cameras in his car that captured the entire fiasco. As he got out of his vehicle, he began to own the dirty cops.
Can you find out what plate code he used for Indiana when he ran it?
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Can you find out what plate code he used? Because if you run Indiana plates and you don't know the plate code, it don't work.
Your plate's coming up, but whatever paperwork you gave him is showing that it's not expired, but your tag is showing expired. From what
Paperwork in the tag. I can show you the tag. It's not expired. Paperwork's not expired, nor is the tag. It says 5/7/22. Then they're on the sticker that says 22. It's even got the license plate number. It ain't showing expired. He just ain't running it right. You got to know the Indiana plate code to be able to run an Indiana plate properly. Check out my shirt I'm wearing too. Good day to wear this shirt. Oh yeah. They're fucking dirty here, man. Lee County is some of the dirtiest cops I've met. All over this country.
The corrupt cops were exposed in mere seconds, but were not ready to accept their mistake.
Now he's gonna get the VIN. The last cop thought the VIN was in the trunk. Wonder if he'll be able to find it in the windshield. He's dirty. That's what he is. He's a liar and dirty. I'd love to know what line I crossed because I got 360 video cam, I got front, rear, I got 8 cameras in there, and you're a liar.
The lying officers were exposed and had to leave the scene with their tails between their legs. These cops were dirty, but the actions of this next cop were downright barbaric and criminal. On July 23, 2021, several Aurora police officers responded to a trespassing complaint involving 3 individuals. As the cops arrived and detained the 3, 2 of them managed to get away. That's when the officers turned their attention to the 3rd suspect and completely lost control.
Hands all the way out. Hands all the way out in front of you. Okay. Straight out in front of you. Okay. Why am I going in cuffs? Why am I going in cuffs? I don't have to stop fighting. Bro, I don't have no warrant. That's the wrong guy.
29-year-old Kyle Vinson was the poor guy left behind who was being beaten and ridiculed by Officer John Halbert, who soon did the unthinkable. The officers never considered any de-escalation tactics and kept worsening the situation for the poor victim, who had multiple injuries by this time and was howling in pain. There's no justification for the torture inflicted on the suspect by the dirty cop. Pigs like these should never be a part of the force, and his actions displayed his mental frustration. The suspect was taken to the Aurora Municipal Jail, where he received some first aid and was booked. However, things were about to get bad for Officer Hobart, who was immediately fired from the department.
Officer,
seen it. The officers are seeing this right now as well. Some have seen it preparing for this press conference, and I can tell you they're disgusted or angry. This is not police work. This is not police work. We don't train this. It's not acceptable. And that is why we started a Tier 3 use of force on Friday evening. It became apparent to my deputy chief of police that was on scene what we were dealing with. My major crimes unit immediately went into action to investigate this with integrity, and I want to applaud them, especially the detective in charge, for staying through the weekend to make sure that we can get some sort of closure on this case. Trying to reform, trying to make a difference. This is not the Aurora Police Department. This was criminal. The district attorneys, I want to thank them. The Arapahoe County district attorneys were with us throughout the weekend. I saw the video first thing Monday morning. I immediately ordered an expedited internal affairs investigation. This would be the second time in my tenure that I have asked for this. I need everyone to understand I cannot impose discipline by charter until the due process of the officer's rights on an administrative internal affairs investigation is completed. My internal affairs officers started yesterday, and they are working around the clock to get that completed, and I will let all of you know when we achieve that.
Hobert was also charged with attempted first-degree assault, second-degree assault, felony menacing, and first-degree official misconduct. He was booked into jail and posted a $50,000 bond. The case will go to trial soon, and the dirty officer will surely get a lengthy prison sentence. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witnessed some of the worst cops in the country and their reactions when exposed. Thankfully, these tyrants were caught in the act and laid bare for the world to see.
And finally, a cop who believed he was untouchable met his match when an alert citizen recorded his every move. The evidence was undeniable.
Taking pictures. Just random things.
Okay, just trying to figure out, it's just kind of a little suspicious back here.
Is it?
A little bit.
Is this Market Street back here?
What's that?
Is this Market Street back here? The Market District?
Market Street's over this way, another block, I think.
Okay. They're doing some redevelopment over here. Okay.
I was just curious. You're just
Are you okay now?
police vehicles, personal police vehicles. We've had. It's just suspicious. Just asking.
Okay, well, are you okay now, or are you still suspicious?
I am a little suspicious. You're taking pictures of police officers' personal vehicles.
What will satisfy your suspicion?
I don't know. Maybe I just idea and that's why.
How will that just determine whether or not I'm suspicious?
I'm just asking, dude, and I don't understand the difficulty as you're recording me. I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
It's strange that people are back here taking pictures of our cars, and I don't.
Is it okay though? Is it legal?
You're one of those folks, aren't you?
I'm just asking. How am I challenging something by taking pictures?
Who are you taking pictures for? Is it?
How is this?
I don't know. That's why I don't know why you're back here taking pictures of.
You don't know, and you've asked, and I've told you.
But you haven't given any.
Yes, I have. Are you not listening, sir? Or are we going to have a? Are we going to go round and round and round in a circular conversation?
You say, is it for redevelopment or is it? I mean, what is it for?
Listen, what is it going to take for me to dispel your suspicions?
It's astonishing to witness the mindset that higher-ranking police officers develop, always attempting to portray law-abiding citizens who are aware of their rights as a threat to society.
Well, I can take pictures. It's perfectly legal, right?
To a certain degree, but.
To a certain degree.
I don't come to your house and take pictures.
This is not your house, is it? Do you live here?
I'm just asking.
Do you live here?
I work here every day.
Okay. Well, you come by my job anytime you like. Stand on a public sidewalk and take all the pictures you like. Yeah, okay.
Is there a reason you're leaning on my truck? Sorry. What's going on? Hi. Hi. What's going on?
You tell me what's going on.
Well, no, there's somebody
I'm
called.
over here. I mean, this guy's confronted me.
Okay.
Confronted.
You're taking pictures of vehicles that are unmarked police vehicles. All I ask you is, why are you taking pictures? You're getting license plates, all that stuff.
And you've been asking, rather than just tell me what the pictures are for.
Is it okay?
Well, no, because they're unmarked police vehicles. That's why you're back here and it's suspicious. We've had a couple cars stolen from this rear lot. We've had cars broken into. We got a lot of equipment.
To ease your suspicions.
An explanation of what you're taking pictures for and why.
I'm taking pictures because it's perfectly legal for me to do so.
See, just because it's legal doesn't mean it's not suspicious.
Okay, so it's suspicious. What will it take for you to...
Sir, just so you understand, your responses are what make me even more suspicious.
Around this time, other officers, seemingly idle, notice this utterly pointless spat and decide to gang up on poor Mr. Robin. Because why not? One of the officers, Lieutenant Joseph Leo, finds it necessary to assert his authority and trample all over Robin's rights, as if he knows better than anyone else.
Because you're immediately difficult. You get immediately difficult.
Put your hands up there. You don't need to consent to suspicious activity. That's not against the law.
Yes, it is.
It is. Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Sergeant Curtis.
Okay, Sergeant.
4802.
What's illegal about?
Here's my badge number.
What's illegal about?
What is illegal about is nothing.
Okay.
But you're acting suspicious.
Okay.
And then when he asks you if you've got any ID on you, and then you start turning. And you're acting suspicious, and you're filming cars.
Angie is who flagged me down.
In cars.
I didn't.
Okay. Let's be clear about in cars or not.
Okay, I'm talking right now, please. You want to talk to her?
Welcome.
Yeah, see if you can get a hold of her. How come you don't have any ID on you?
Why do I need ID to be a pedestrian?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Lieutenant Leo.
Okay, Lieutenant Leo.
What's your name?
What's the crime?
Suspicious. You're back here taking
That's a
pictures.
crime?
As I tried
Is
to
that
explain
a
to you.
felony or a misdemeanor, sir? Where in the code is suspicion of crime?
Who crossed you that you have to act like this when all we're doing is asking simple questions because you're taking pictures of unmarked police vehicles, undercover police vehicles, squad cars,
you're not
area
answering
back
the
here.
question. What? Cite me a code.
So what organization do you belong to that's making you be difficult? What is it that what is the issue with you?
As far as I know,
what is the issue?
Organization.
I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those.
Guy, just go away. Just go away. You're done.
Me?
Yeah, go away. You're done.
No, sir.
Well, you're not allowed out in front of this building. How's that?
I'm out in front of this building.
That's right.
This is a public sidewalk.
Then move on down the sidewalk.
It's a public sidewalk, sir. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go?
Yep.
Okay then. I'm free to stay as well.
So are we.
Okay.
Actually, you're not.
So
free
let's.
to stay. That's loitering.
Why is it? No, it's not, sir.
Yes, it is.
Because I am not doing anything wrong. Loitering requires what?
It's alarming that officers with such low intelligence hold significant authority. They know their actions are illegal, but are completely indifferent to the law. Lieutenant Josh Rami then condescendingly enters the scene and nonchalantly informs Mr. Robbins that he isn't free to leave, even though his sergeant was about to make a run for it moments earlier.
What's your name?
What police academy did you go
You're
to?
loitering. You're required to give me your information. What is your
loitering?
name?
It
Otherwise,
requires
I'm going
what
to
else?
arrest you.
You're going
Otherwise,
to arrest
I'm going to arrest you.
Josh, if you want, I can just make a suspicious activity case. We can confiscate the camera until we have a reason for what we're doing. Just
get his information.
We'll get your information. I'll confiscate the camera until we know you have a legitimate purpose. What's that?
Yes.
Yes. I'm about suspicious activity.
You're suspicious and you're loitering. We've had cars stolen out of this lot.
Okay.
It's suspicious.
So
I have no problem.
Am I detained at this point?
Yes, you are now at this point.
Do you have your ID?
I don't, sir.
Okay. Put your hands up there. I'm going to pat you.
Okay. Can I put this? I've already been patted down.
Oh, were you coming down there looking for a confrontation?
No. I wasn't.
Why are you taking pictures of this license plate? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Investigating suspicious activity.
That's fine. You can do that.
Okay.
You can also do that.
What's your last name, sir?
You can have a consensual conversation.
It was a consensual conversation, but rather than just talk to me, you talk to me with an attitude.
except the way you confronted me, sir.
Okay.
This group of power-hungry officers acts like they're above everyone else, using their authority to manipulate situations and push their immunity on regular people. They might create these flimsy cases now, but they'll eventually face the fallout from their mistakes. It's almost laughable how Young Blue acts like a petty official in uniform, getting upset over the smallest thing someone says.
And if you don't give it to us, you're
John
gonna
Doe?
Do you understand interference with official acts?
I do. I absolutely do. But you don't have that.
This is the last chance you have to give us your information.
Okay.
You're gonna go to
Last
jail.
thing. And this is because of threat of arrest.
Is it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You all know. Hey, because every single one of you.
This is a guy who's come down here for this exact purpose.
No,
He's
it's not.
angry at
How?
the
What
world.
action can I take that will cause you all to misbehave? You.
We're all like,
If you're part of this detention, then you're
How have we
misbehaving.
harmed you, Mr. Robbins? How have we harmed you? You came down here looking for a
Against my will.
You came down here looking for
You're holding me
a
against my will.
Yes or no? Did you?
I don't want to be held against my will.
Then why are you down here taking
At
pictures?
no point did I want to be
Why
held
are you
against
down
my
here
will,
taking
sir.
pictures? Can't answer that, can you? So next time before you come down here, I suggest you read the code on trespass, loitering, both of those before you come down here next time.
You can disregard that.
So get yourself up to speed on those because
Okay.
you're going to talk yourself right into jail next time.
Thank you, sir.
It seems that Young Blute, Rami, and the rest have no real reason to be here other than to try and intimidate and investigate this man, driven by their baseless paranoia and complete incompetence in managing their own property.
Of course
Case
I
number
will.
for
But was
suspicious
it involved
activity.
in a crime? That's what I want
I don't
to
know yet. I've got to
I don't
investigate
know
it.
yet. Okay, you don't know if there's been a crime or not.
Nope, we're going to investigate, Bill. I'll give
Okay.
you my card so you know.
All
Once
right.
I've confirmed whether or not a crime occurred.
Okay.
You know, there might be pictures of the federal building on there too.
Yeah.
If he's down here doing it here, he's probably doing it at other government-owned facilities.
For the next car to be stolen, who knows?
Yeah. Or the next bag.
Mr. Robbins, I'm Detective Youngblood.
Okay.
Simply was asking you your suspicious nature. You're taking photographs down here. I'm going to confiscate your camera at this point in time. I don't know your reasoning. You've got to give me any logical reasoning other than you'd like to challenge authority today. Other than that, I don't know what your reasoning or logic is. I hope it is not for nefarious deeds. For that purpose, I'm going to confiscate the camera at this point under a suspicious activity situation. I don't know what else is on your camera. What I may do is when I'm not actively working the homicide that occurred 2 weeks ago, I'll write a search warrant in regards to your camera. I'll then download everything that's on your camera because I don't know what else you've taken pictures of. Given the fact that our police station has been bombed before, we've had 2 cars stolen from this rear lot in recent days. You're down here among several undercover cars that are our safety if people were to know who they are. I don't know what you're recording.
Young Blute condescendingly explained to Robbins why he was confiscating the camera and what would happen next. Despite the pointless encounter with these officers, Robbins kept his composure and remained remarkably calm.
If you actively have some reason that you're back here recording personal vehicles of police officers, squad cars, our actions, our movements, given all these details, do you understand why you were detained? Do you understand why I'm taking your camera at this point in time and what will be coming in the future?
I am under no obligation to respond to that.
Have a nice day. I'll give you got my business card, and if you'd like.
You might have something on his phone too.
Yeah, we should probably take that too. Just I don't know if you took any photos of that. It's a Samsung. We can get that search warrant
We
as
have
well.
probable cause for a warrant for the camera. We have probable
So
cause for
there
the
will
warrant.
be, under that case number, there will be a property sheet filed in regards to it's a beautiful old building. People take pictures in front of it all the time, but a lot of people don't take pictures of our vehicles and things like that. Thus the reason for the suspicious nature of what you were doing. I know you're under no obligation to ever respond to me because you wish to challenge authority today and be a problem. That's my assumption. Since you've given me no other reason to really suspect anything different, I'm going to assume that's what you're here for. It was just to create this drama. So I'll put all that in the report. At some point I'll be done with your phone and camera and we'll make arrangements to get that back to you. I hope there's nothing else illegal on it or anything suspicious.
Have you completed your stop?
Yes, you're free to go, sir.
And you're now trespassed, so you're going to have to leave.
Your keys.
I'm gonna go inside.
Your keys. Is your vehicle parked down here someplace?
Did you drive here? How'd you do that without
Did
a
you run
driver's
it?
license?
You don't have, sir, you might want your readers. You don't have a driver's license? Someone ran them?
Thank you. I hope your driver is somewhere nearby waiting for you.
However, this encounter wasn't taken lightly by Mr. Robin. He returned back to his home that day in need of vengeance, and that was exactly what he was going to go get with a lawsuit. The city of Des Moines will pay a $125,000 settlement to a man who was detained by police for recording video outside the police station, court records show. However, when it comes to auditing, there's no one better than a certain someone who loves to put corrupt officers in their place.
Would ask that you de-escalate a little bit and talk to me with some respect, the same way I've been talking to you with respect, ma'am.
In August 20th, 23, First Amendment auditor Sean Paul Reyes stepped into the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision, only to be greeted by a storm of trouble right from the start. From the very beginning, things quickly spiraled into chaos.
I'm taking some pictures and video. Why can't I do that? There was a lot of signs up front. None of them said that there was no pictures or videos allowed. What'd you say?
I'm Parole Officer Franklin. There's no one here in this building, and we are not taking photos in here. The FOIA request can be made on the website. You don't need
I could do it in person though, right?
No, we don't do a FOIA request here.
Why not? You're the agency with the records.
FOIA request here. You can request that online with the link.
There has to be a way you could do it in person.
I'm explaining to you that we do not do FOIA requests here. It's online through the link.
But why couldn't you handle it here?
Because that's not what we do here. That's not a process that takes place here in a community supervision office. So I will ask you to leave because we cannot have any filming in here.
So the only reason you're asking me to leave is because I'm recording?
Am I making myself clear?
Ma'am, you are very clear. I can hear you perfectly fine. I just, you're not my parole officer. I don't have a parole officer, and you don't have no authority over me. So I would ask that you de-escalate a little bit and talk to me with some respect, the same way I've been talking to you with respect, ma'am. Do I make myself clear? Is that talking to somebody with respect, ma'am?
Not a problem. You want us to keep standing there?
You don't like it, do you?
Sean wasn't about to be bought down so easily. Standing firm, he prepared to give her a lesson in legal right. When she called in her fellow officers, they were in for more than just a routine encounter.
Hey, how are you?
So this gentleman is requesting for a FOIA. I explained to him, FOIAs are not done here. They're done through a request online. He's recording us. He's not on parole. I've asked him to leave. He won't leave.
I'm just taking some pictures and video in the publicly accessible area, sir. May I get your name?
Once he crossed that threshold, he's trespassing.
I'm trespassing? How am I trespassing? This is a public lobby. Can I just get your names and badge numbers?
If you're not on parole and you have no business here, and it seems like
I do have business here.
What's your business?
I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story. This is a publicly accessible area. This is a lobby. I just like to go randomly and unexpectedly to public offices and publicly accessible offices and conduct my investigation. May I get your names and badge numbers?
Preston, 1939.
What would you say, sir?
Preston, 1939.
Preston? And your name?
I'm P.O. Rookwood 9.
You're the one that said I was trespassing. I'd like to know who says I'm trespassing.
I'm not giving that.
Why would that? Are you a public servant?
I'm not giving that.
Do you work for the public, sir?
Of course.
So why wouldn't you acknowledge yourself to a member of the public?
So I'm not
Well, you don't know who anybody is until you meet them.
None of the three parole officers could actually name the law Sean was supposedly breaking. Their attempts just made their cluelessness more obvious, though one officer was a bit more difficult than the rest.
So you're not going to provide your name? Are you a supervisor here?
No.
None of you are supervisors?
No.
Can I speak to a supervisor?
They went to go get him.
And you told me your name and badge number, right, sir? Thank you. Appreciate the professionalism.
Sir, the supervisor has instructed you to leave. You're trespassing. If you stay on the premises, we're going to call the police department and have you arrested for trespassing.
You can call the police department. It's fine. This is a publicly accessible area. I'm here conducting lawful business.
Realizing they didn't really know the law, Sean asked for a supervisor, hoping someone with a better grasp of the situation would show up.
How is this a restricted area if the door is open? I don't understand.
Actually, not supposed to be open.
The door is not supposed to be open.
You should be buzzed in. So maybe it didn't lock from the last person who left, but this is a restricted area. If you're not on parole, this is an office report station. So
Well, the door was wide open. Hey, sir, how are you? Hey, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Are you a supervisor here?
Yes, sir.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Sean. I'm an independent
You have
journalist.
identification?
I don't have any identification on me, and I wouldn't hand it over if I did.
What's the purpose of your visit?
So I'm an independent journalist. My name is Sean. I'm here to exercise my First Amendment right, just to gather some information. I'm working on a story on the New York State Department of Corrections.
Excuse me.
Sure, sir.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
You have no ID.
I wasn't aware that I need to carry ID, sir.
You are in a government building, a law enforcement building. Do you have identification?
I wasn't aware I was obligated to
answered
carry
the question,
identification, sir.
Do you have identification?
No, and if I did, I
No
wouldn't give it to
photo
you.
identification.
No, and if I did, I wouldn't give it to you, sir. I haven't broken any laws.
Soon enough, the woman showed up with the supervisor, who, much to Sean's frustration, proved to be even more out of touch than the parole officers. Their behavior was perplexing, and it became evident that these officers were completely unaware of the Constitution and the right to film in public.
All right, so we've seen basically everything that we can see in here. We're going to be getting out of here.
Not yet, you can.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have identification with you?
You asked me that several times already, sir, and I don't, and if I did, I wouldn't give it to you.
You have no legitimate purpose to be here. You need to exit this space. You may stand outside. Otherwise, you will be arrested.
For what?
Okay? Trespass.
This is a public
you
building.
have no legitimate business here. If
Ask
we do not
questions.
speak to the media, I can give you a number that you can call and speak to. Please exit
Okay, so
the
can you
building.
grab me the
I
number?
will give it to you. Please exit the building.
All right, I'm just going to take some pictures of these
There's
publicly
no-
accessible.
I need you to exit the building.
Sir,
now.
this is a small lobby. I'm just here to
Excuse
grab
me.
some content for
Sir,
my story, and then I'll be on my
excuse
way,
me.
okay?
I need you to leave the building.
And I
Do you
will,
understand?
as soon as I'm done
No.
conducting my lawful business, sir.
You have no lawful business here.
I do,
Please,
sir.
No. You have not produced identification as requested by me. I'm the supervisor in this building.
I don't have to
I
provide
need
you
to-
identification.
Okay, then you have to leave.
So if I
Please
provide
exit
you
the building.
identification, I don't have to leave?
I will review the identification. Please exit the building.
This is ridiculous. This is a small lobby. This is a small public lobby. I've already seen everything that I can see. This is ridiculous for you to be
please
acting
leave.
this way and for your officers to be acting this way,
Please.
especially her. Do I make myself clear over there?
Please
Because that's not the way you treat members of the public. I don't care if they're on parole or not. Do you understand me?
Sir, you do not
Okay,
have a legitimate
great.
business here.
I'll wait for law enforcement to come and we'll talk to them, okay?
I'm law enforcement as myself, so I'm directing
Then you are in direct violation of your oath that you took to uphold the United States Constitution, sir. Yes, you are. I'll wait for law enforcement to come and I'll speak to them and see what they have to
You do
say
not
about
have a
this.
legitimate
Because you're violating my constitutional rights right now, sir. That's what you're doing. And your other officers here are being unprofessional, which makes sense because you're their supervisor, right? I'll wait for law enforcement and we'll see what they have to say.
Sean was banned from the public building, so he called the police for assistance. When officers arrived on the scene, Sean approached them to explain what had happened earlier.
Vehicle number 12. So we're going to be able to get all the body camera footage. Hey, Sarge, how are you? You mind if I get your name and badge number, Sergeant?
Sure, 34.
34, Murphy?
Yes.
Thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate it. Thank you. Police and community together. Why is that never the case? I mean, it's a good slogan. We have 3 law enforcement officers that are talking inside with the correctional officers and parole officers here. Sean, S-E-A-N.
Do you have a last name?
Oh, I don't provide any private information as far as last name, date of birth, address, or anything of that nature.
Where did you say you work for?
I work for myself.
Okay, you're a private journalist for?
Yeah, independent journalist.
And what are you doing currently right now?
Working on the story that I just told you.
Okay, but are you video recording?
I'm video recording. It's correct.
Are
It's
you
part of
aware
my
that-
story.
Okay, are you aware that this is a private property?
This isn't private property. This is public property.
As far as I'm concerned, I was told by Mr. Barry Jacobson, the owner of this property. It's a private property, so I'm just trying to find out right now, did he give you permission to video record?
Barry Jacobson?
Yes.
A private individual?
He's good.
Oh, so he leases the section out to the New York State Department of Corrections Community Supervision?
There's two companies inside this building.
Okay.
We have the Department of Corrections and what is
Like a drug rehab?
Yes. Yes, we were informed that Mr. Barry Jacobson owned the building. We called him. We asked him if he gave anyone any permission to be on this property currently right now to be video recording. He said no, he didn't give anyone any permission, but he would like to know who's out here. So we're trying to gather the information so we can speak to him in regards to who you are and why are you on this property.
Okay, so I wasn't aware that this was private property. I was technically, if a government agency is leasing the property, it then becomes under the government agency's control for as far as publicly accessible areas. It's a government agency, it's funded by taxpayers. But if someone else owns this property and they don't want me here, that's fine. I don't need permission to be here. There's no restricted area signs, there's no keep out private property signs. So there's no way of me knowing that. So I have every right to be here currently. If the owner of the property doesn't want me here, that's a different story. I already got all the content that I needed, so...
Once again, the officers were mistaken. Although the building was privately owned, once it was leased to the government, it became a public space. Despite being in the right, Sean chose to end his audit, feeling he had already dealt with enough for the day.
Hey, Sarge. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day, okay? Take care. Stay safe out there.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks for not violating my rights today. You wouldn't do that? Great. Thanks, Sarge.
Sean exited the building, and although he claimed to file a complaint against the parole officers, we are not certain whether he followed through with it. If watching a supervisor get owned was not enough, then watch this next case where Sean absolutely destroyed a know-it-all.
You trying to have me arrested for nothing? Completely insane.
On September 11, 2022, Sean from Long Island Audits posted a video showcasing his First Amendment rights at the U.S. Post Office in Akron, Ohio. Shortly after, supervisors called the police, leading to a scene that was quite a spectacle.
The minute that we want some security and accountability, transparency, that becomes an issue.
Okay, well, sir, you cannot record me. I don't get permission to record. Don't need to give permission. It doesn't matter. This is not his taxpayers do not pay for this bill.
Not need to get permission.
Sir, I feel uncomfortable. If you guys are not going to do nothing, what's your sergeant's name?
You can call him.
Okay, give me his number. What's his name?
Same number you guys can call him.
Okay, you very rude and you sound very unprofessional. I don't have to be recorded.
No, here's Max. I'm not agreeing with you.
I don't have to be recorded.
Ma'am, he's a law enforcement officer. He's not a feelings enforcement officer, ma'am.
I don't want him talking to me. I don't want to be recorded. So basically, you're telling him he can do whatever he wants.
No, he says I can't break the law.
As soon as Sean entered the building, the supervisors called the cops. But the officer did what the supervisor could not even imagine.
It's making me feel uncomfortable. I need you.
I absolutely do that. But she's not breaking the law.
He's law enforcement. No, I'm not.
He's not.
Hey, sir, can I just get your name and badge number, please?
Yep. I know. I don't think it was him last time I was here, but I've been out here for this purpose.
And he's not allowed to just point cameras into his face.
It's the First Amendment, ma'am. Freedom of press. I'm just trying to educate you, ma'am. That's all. Sir, would you mind if I get that name and badge number? Yeah, sure. Well, so far this officer is doing really well. She wants this officer to enforce her feelings, but he's a law enforcement officer, not a feelings enforcement officer. It's freedom of speech. This is America. This is America. You were talking about me. You trying to have me arrested for nothing. Completely insane.
Well, I guess we don't have a freedom of speech. You know, our freedom of speech just goes straight out the window.
I know that feeling too. Yeah, I do. In fact, I can say less
That's true. There's no reason for you to be mad that he's enforcing the law. I'm not breaking the law. You're gonna tell her not to say anything, but then you're gonna run your mouth? Akron Police Department is doing the right thing. What does freedom of speech have to do with being recorded, man? What does that have to do with freedom of speech? It is not against the law. You see? Look. He doesn't want to do what she wants him to do, so she's gonna treat him disrespectfully. I don't agree with that. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just working on a story on the post office, that's all. I'm working on a story here. I'm an independent journalist.
As soon as Sean entered the building, the supervisors called the cops. It was almost comical how the supervisors expected the officer to back up their overreach. The supervisors seemed to believe the officer would support their heavy-handed approach, but that was far from what happened.
By walking, man, before the police officer got here, I was walking around filming the...
I know, and I was uncomfortable.
You felt comfortable that I was recording the walls? You felt... No, but you felt uncomfortable that I was recording the walls? Oh, okay. I mean, I can't help that at all. I mean, where was I when the police officer got here? Nowhere near you, right? Yeah, I was recording. I didn't record you. Okay. I was just trying to be forthcoming. Here's your card. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Akron Police Department, Officer Sams, 1322. Just doing a great job so far. I can't believe that he has to deal with that rude public servant that's working here. He's not enforcing her feelings and her ignorance of the law, and she's gonna get mad at him. Unbelievable. It's like he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. He's doing the right thing and he still has to deal with a bunch of BS.
The officer's actions were a breath of fresh air, demonstrating a rare but welcome example of true integrity in law enforcement. It's not often you see officers standing up for civilian rights and upholding the Constitution so effectively.
So the officer came inside. I missed the front end of the conversation. He came inside. There's his car right out here, Akron Police Department. So he came inside while I was just walking around recording, nobody in particular, and they still want to throw a fit about I'm making them uncomfortable recording the walls. And now that they made a big deal about it, yeah, I'm recording you. You're part of the story. You made yourself part of the story. She said she was going to call the postal inspectors. I hope she does so she can get some sort of education today on the laws. He's not breaking the law. He said making people feel uncomfortable is not against the law. Finally, an officer that gets it. Finally. Hey, officer, just real quick. I just want to thank you for doing the right thing and upholding your oath to the Constitution and not enforcing feelings. I get people are going to feel some kind of way, and I could understand that, but I wasn't. Where was I when you came here? Yeah, nowhere near people, right? So I started recording once you got here.
The officer proved to be truly exceptional, standing up to the supervisors and defending civilian rights. Watch how grateful Justin became for this rare display of true professionalism.
Not impeding people from coming and going or making threats.
Yeah. No, but I duly appreciate you doing the right thing, and I'm sorry you had to deal with that nasty woman. Yeah, no, I get it. She didn't like you too much. That's the walk of honor, not the walk of shame. That's the walk of honor. He did the right thing here today, and that's what we love to see. Officer Sams did the right thing. The ironic part is I don't even remember. Hey, sir. You want me to smile?
Nah, this one, you got me, I got you.
Oh, okay. Tit for tat. Got it. No problem. I don't mind people taking my picture. Hi, can I just get one stamp, please?
$0.60. Here.
Thank you.
Out of 75. Here you are.
Thank you.
And here's your receipt. Survey at the bottom. You have a great day.
I'll definitely take it. Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you for your patience. How can I help you?
So the reason why you buy a stamp is so you get a survey, so you can give feedback, because they don't care. They absolutely don't care.
I could have gave you a stamp.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kindness. You too, ma'am. You have a wonderful day. She was very nice. I didn't even see them walk in the door because I was in another part of the post office where nobody was. But when I finally found him, you know, this postal supervisor, she was completely nasty, treating him with such disrespect that, you know, I don't appreciate that either. There's no reason to treat anybody with disrespect. He's doing his job. He can't enforce your feelings. He needs to enforce the law and uphold the United States Constitution. And I commend Officer Sams for doing that here today. You know, no matter his opinion about what I'm doing or not is irrelevant. He upheld his oath to the Constitution. He did his job here today. And for doing his job, he had to deal with a nasty woman who did not know the law, tried to say that the officer didn't know the law, that it was illegal to record in the post office. But, you know, that's just how things go. That's, you know, like he said, that's part of his job. And I commend him for that.
Moving on, these cops made the biggest blunder of arresting an FBI officer.
Hands up! Hands up! Passenger, get your hands up! Put your hands where I can see them! Put your hands where I can see them! Good! 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 Get out! Holly, back out! Holly, back out! Holly, back out! Oh, that was Jacob! Me! Are you okay?
Lieutenant Greg Brackle shot his fellow officer 8 times, and only when he realized the grave mistake he had made, he started to have a breakdown.
Come on out, dude! Come on! I'm sorry, man! I didn't know it was you! Come here! Come here, Jacob! Jacob, this shot! Get him! 4355! Jacob, hang in there, man!
You're good. You're good.
Jacob!
Get one of them.
Jacob!
No.
Stay with those, Jacob.
Get
Stay
one
with
of
those.
them. Get the back.
Jacob, man, hang in there, bro! I thought you were a bad guy! Where you hit? He's got hit in the line! I'm sorry, man!
Jacob was immediately transferred to a hospital. He lost 80% of blood in his body, but still made a miraculous recovery and was saved. He later filed a lawsuit against the city and the officer who and ended up winning $6.5 million. Sometimes cops make grave mistakes, just like these tyrants who arrested a veteran agent and had to apologize later.
Face down!
You're
Fine, we'll settle in a second. Settle it. Face down, now. All the way down. All the way.
Who's your supervisor?
On July 7th, 2020, Agent James Burke of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms was carrying out a standard operation to seize a shotgun from a person who was lawfully prohibited from possessing it. However, when the man dialed 911 and said that he was being harassed, things rapidly got out of hand. The scene took a dramatic turn as additional police officers arrived.
Yeah, I was 704. 3359.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your hands.
Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
I'm a federal agent.
917-110-3.
I'm a federal agent.
Get on the ground!
I'm a federal agent.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
He is at 335.
Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
Drive on that 10-8.
Not getting on the ground.
Well, then stay where you're at.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Fine. Why do you got to make this harder than it is?
Listen, I'm not getting on.
I have no problem making this.
I just want to see if anybody from 3 Precinct to respond as well.
You're the overreacting.
I'm not overreacting. We got a call that someone's impersonating a police officer out here who doesn't have ID.
No kidding, because she doesn't want to open it.
Okay, get on the ground so I can find out who you are.
It ain't happening.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Mr. Burke, an ATF veteran of 16 years, was taken aback by the aggressive actions of the officer. Instead of asking for identification, the officer instantly aimed a loaded gun, displaying a shocking level of hatred.
Do you think I'm a police officer or something? What the heck's the matter with you? Who do you think you are?
Chopper
Get on the ground!
I'm not getting on it.
Chopper things.
I'm not getting
91-7, I'm pulling up.
I got my ID.
Do not reach for your waist! Keep your hands up!
Dude, why would I have an old lady?
Get your hands up! Sir! Get on the ground! Face down! On the ground! Face down now! Face down! You are the one making a mistake! Settle down! Face down now! All the way down! All the way! All the way.
My ID's right here, left pocket.
Put your arm behind your back. Do not resist. I'm not resisting. You're acting like a moron.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my lights out of my pocket.
We're getting you first.
Wait. Go. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. Please. Wait, please, sir. I'm not. Would you please get my ID out of my left pocket? I'm begging you. My wife's please.
The officer's lack of interest was evident as he showed no interest in listening to what the agent was saying. When the backup arrived, the situation took a drastic turn, escalating the tension even more.
It's right here. Please get it.
I got one cuff on.
Sir, help me up. Just hold me up. Sir, I can't do this. Wait. Sir!
Stop resisting now!
Please help me. Sir, please get my federal creds! No, don't do that, please.
Don't make me take...
No. Okay. Help me up. Help me up.
No, stand on the ground. Put your right arm behind your back.
Let me breathe. I'm gonna. Ow, don't do that. Okay, here. My God, it is cuffed. Please stop. Please stop, sir. Wait a second. Sir, please help me up. Please. I'm a federal agent. My God, my gun.
You have no idea what you are. Acting the way you are.
Sir!
Who the heck do you think you are acting like this?
Nobody! I wanted you to see my goddamn creds. The lady was freaking out, for Christ's sake. Oh. Sir, please. Please.
Agent Burke told the cops about his medical condition several times, but they disregarded him again and again. He asked them to look at his credentials in his backpack pocket, but the cops ignored him in their rush and aggression and continued with their harsh treatment.
Sir!
Roll over. Sit up.
Get
up. Sit up.
I showed my goddamn creds, for Christ's sake. Right there, left pocket. Left pocket. Cargo pocket. Please take it out.
Stay on time. Don't try to sit up.
Then
you should have behaved the way you did.
For Christ's sake. My God, I'm here.
No, you're the one that's wrong. Sir. You know if you have interaction with the police, you obey commands.
Sir, I was trying.
No, you didn't obey commands.
Sir, I'm with you guys, for Christ's sake. I'm a federal agent.
Who's your supervisor? What's his name? What's your supervisor's name?
Hang on a second. The SAC is currently John McPherson, who's on his way out to retire, who will soon be rolling.
I took the mag out.
My God. This is crazy.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Stand up.
I'm not trying to be ashamed of myself. I
Get back to the cruiser.
Get in the car.
Get in the car.
Sir, I'm just trying to do my job.
Just get in the car.
Why would you make us do this? I didn't want you to. I wanted to. Wait. No, you knew what you were doing.
Sir, calm down.
Relax.
Sir, hey, guys, please, just talk to me for 1 second, please.
Get in the car.
No,
we'll
wait.
talk later.
Sir, wait.
You had your chance.
No, I was trying to give you my creds. You didn't let me show them to you.
Never once tried.
I did.
Get in the car.
Wait.
Now!
Have a seat. Please, wait, I gotta breathe.
Okay,
Please, sir, let me breathe.
Sit down and breathe.
Let me breathe. I have a medical condition.
We're gonna get air to you. Get
No,
your legs
sir.
in. Get your
Sir.
legs in. We're closing this door.
Sir.
Get your legs in.
Agent Burke was quite clear about his respiratory problems and made it clear that he urgently needed medical assistance when the police initially spoke with him. He was obviously in distress, but the cops ignored him and shoved him into the car.
I need air. Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an ambulance.
We got a medic coming. Get in the car.
Sir, I don't need the medic. The taser didn't bother.
You just said call an ambulance. If you don't need
Yeah, now you don't want one. Get in the car.
In the car. Get all
Sir,
the way in.
I can't breathe. Wait, sir.
Yeah, if you got Dublin cars close, keep them coming.
Wait, how did
we
this
can't get them in
happen?
the car.
Okay.
You're an idiot. For crying out loud, you're a cop. You're not an ass.
No,
What the heck's the
wait,
matter
I
with you?
can't. You're fucking my head up. The seatbelt's in place. Please.
Why would you act like this?
I didn't act anyway. Please, sir.
If you are a real police officer, you ought to be ashamed of
I
yourself.
was trying to give you my cred.
The gun's up here.
Sir, I was trying to give you my... Sir! Sir!
Put this on your dash. Dude, he wouldn't do anything I'm trying to tell him. Sorry.
Please call my...
The chopper way overhead. I think they got him in the cruiser.
Yeah, we got him in the cruiser. We need a supervisor.
Burke repeatedly yelled at the cops, begging them to listen to his story, but they refused. Seeing these policemen treat a 16-year police veteran with such disrespect was truly saddening.
10-17, copy. Back up.
We got him in the car.
Copy, Dublin, FC.
He might even be a real cop, but he wouldn't tell us, wouldn't do anything, wouldn't get on the ground. I mean, what the heck?
In the cruiser, we'll go ahead and clear.
You bet.
I don't believe they're looking for anybody else.
We had to taser him, so we got a medic coming.
Yeah, we canceled the units.
Well, that's what we thought, but then he wouldn't get in the car.
Trying to get into his house.
If he is an actual police officer, he ought to be ashamed of himself.
I'm not. I'm trying to...
You're not. You're right. You're not. Yeah. No, you screwed up, you bet. First thing he should have had his badges out when I got here. Wouldn't get on the ground, wouldn't comply with anything.
Outside the whole time?
I think so. We ought to get him as a witness, yeah. Hey, will you get his information? You saw everything, right? Thank you. I'm gonna just put this stuff on your hood.
When the police officer was questioned about what had happened, he claimed that Burke hadn't shown his credentials. However, he intentionally ignored the fact that both officers had immediately drawn their weapons on Burke.
Whenever the sergeant gets here, we'll call his supervisor.
I'm not letting him handle. I'm not
Yep, at this point. Dude, you saw how he was. He wouldn't comply. No, you never, no. It's all on video.
Don't even argue with him. Just let him yell. Just let him yell.
We get a drink of water. Yeah, we had to use the taser, just a drive stun.
Okay.
But he's got a medic. He says he's got some condition. He may even really be a police officer. He's got a badge, but he wouldn't do anything, wouldn't get on the ground. I told him over and over to get on the ground. He wouldn't comply with anything. We had to tase him. He fought with us the whole time. Wouldn't get in the car. If he is a real police officer.
Anything?
No, we're not.
Okay. Okay.
No, I do got him. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The officer was aware of the seriousness of his error, but he was determined to cover it up by blaming Agent Burke, who was only performing his duty.
I was all the way down by Morris and...
I appreciate it, dude. We thought it was fine, but then he wouldn't get in the car. It's like, okay.
He's a big, strong guy. I don't see it.
Nothing on.
Okay, thank you.
God bless.
Yeah.
Is it possible that I saw you put some stuff?
Maybe yeah, let me look over here. Maybe I did put it in the car, I'll see. Yeah, I got it, it's here. I didn't realize I put it in the car. Yep.
Tell your supervisor what a nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
I gotta tell him.
Okay.
You know,
very
when
good.
The people have complained, they complain, but when you gotta appreciate that we never.
We sure try. That's the sergeant. If you want to go and see if you can talk to you, you can. It's up to you.
Yeah.
He may wait till he's ready.
Yeah,
but
I wait.
Thank you so much. He did have a gun. Yes. He very well may be a real police officer, but he wasn't following protocol. Yep.
I doubt it very much.
Yep.
I doubt it very much. He's a police officer.
The authorities eventually released Agent Berg when they admitted their error and realized he was an actual federal agent. But instead of expressing regret, they chose to act unethically by leaving him at the scene, failing to fulfill their responsibility to ensure his safety.
Oh, that sure would have made it easier.
Well, no, if I'd have reached for it, I didn't even realize I had it on. But I can't.
You want me to turn the camera off?
Let's turn our cameras off.
The officers then turned off their body cameras, which appeared oddly consistent with their prior action. After that, they did not press charges against Agent Burke and let him go. However, the story does not end here. Agent Burke decided to sue and filed a civil rights case against the two officers, the Columbus Police Department and the City of Columbus. He was determined to hold the officers accountable for their actions. Next, here's an instance of a police officer who stumbled upon his chief during a traffic stop.
Yes, sir, I recognize you. No, I know who you are. As soon as the window rolled down and I can see your face, I know who you are.
On April 10th, 2021, a couple of police officers conducted a traffic stop on a U-Haul truck after they saw it running a red light. As they approached the driver, they were stunned to find it was Dwayne Rivers, the internal affairs manager of their agency.
What's going on, boss? Austin Mariano, Atlanta Police. Way back there, when you're leaving that residential area right there on Temple.
I did what now?
You're making a right on Temple, right? That light there is very small, and you made the right-hand turn. Okay, so that's what I'm stopping you.
You mean the angled light?
Yes, sir.
It was green.
So, even though at that angle, that's for the other way, and people always get that confused. But it's a small light, all right? So, and that's for the opposite direction. Okay, the traffic there's kind of weird, and I understand that. You actually like something you check, folks? Any guns, weapons in the car, boss? Any guns, weapons in the car? No. You still staying in Winter Garden? Okay, perfect. Hey, you got any guns, weapons on you, boss? I just asked. It's Florida. Everybody got a gun. All right, y'all stay in the car for me.
Noticing their chief, the cops decided to let him go with a warning and didn't give out any tickets.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Moving?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys went through that red light there. Right, Tampa.
I saw the green. It was kind of deceptive.
That's a very strange intersection. I've seen multiple people run through that one before. Not a huge deal. Not a pedestrian traffic. Bunch of cars going through there. So, yes, sir, I recognized you. No, I know who you are. As soon as the window rolled down and I can see your face, I know who you are. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Okay. I hope this rain hasn't affected the move.
Downtown.
All right, Mr. Rivers, I appreciate your time. Okay, I'm not really a big traffic guy. I'm more like a guns and drugs and stolen kids kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got none of that in your back truck. Cool. Just friends. So we appreciate your night. We'll go out there, all right?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
The lights seem to be a money-making trick for the cops as they claim how often people just don't see it. And instead of fixing it, they keep giving them tickets. But this time, they let their boss off without any consequences. However, sometimes it's the FBI who's in the wrong, and the cops end up apprehending them.
Empty. He's got a badge.
I will not hurt you, sir.
Federal Bureau of... He's an FBI agent.
FBI agent, sir. I will not hurt you, sir.
On December 6, 2016, police officers were dispatched to Planet Fitness after a man had brandished his weapon inside the fitness center. As the cops arrived at the location, he even started shooting them. As the officers quickly got control of the situation, they realized the man was none other than FBI agent Ruben Hernandez, who was on an undisclosed mission.
Get cover! Get cover!
Give me this one.
I'm so sorry, sir. I am so sorry, sir.
Secured. Empty. He's got a badge.
I will not hurt you, sir.
Federal Bureau of... He's an FBI agent.
FBI agent, sir. I will not hurt you, sir. Believe me, sir. 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 Thank you, your man, for doing the right thing.
Thankfully, no one was injured during this altercation, and Ruben was taken to the police station. However, this wasn't the end. Soon after arriving at the Grand Rapids police station, another FBI agent arrived who claimed to be Ruben's partner and started intimidating the cops.
You've been better, huh? Dan Savage. John Salazar. Deputy Chief here at Grand Rapids. So, real quick, you guys are from where? Vegas?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna try to find out, maybe you can shed some light on what led up to all this.
Right, and what I'm trying to just verify is make sure who you have, basically. Who do you have, or do you have a photo, or...
Yeah, we got a photo coming.
Or just
we think it's Ruben.
Yeah, can I see him or give him a photo?
Yeah, we'll get you a photo here.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right, so we're just trying to piece it all together, too. That you are?
Right, yeah, let me, once I verify who's
here. Understood.
Let me just verify who's here, and then... Are you Lieutenant Drake? I am not. Oh.
Tell me who that is.
What the... Oh my gosh, okay, that is Ruben Hernandez. Yes, sir.
I have 2 shots. And then a driver's license.
Right, okay.
Anything you see to his face, though, is before we have contact with him. So we're just trying to put it all together.
We're trying to make sure that somebody didn't, that's him, that's your partner?
That is my partner. Man, what, is he okay? Like, what happened to his face there?
He looks scuffed up, but, you know, like I say, he's, that wasn't done here by us. That was before he made contact with him. So we'll make sure he gets checked and everything like that.
Agent John Salazar appeared drunk and was shocked to see how his partner had committed this act. Even the officers were a bit shocked to see the agent's behavior.
Who did we want to get info?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay.
He wanted to see a picture before he talked to us.
Okay.
So did you get a call from him tonight?
What's that?
Did you get a call from him tonight? Someone called us, and we're still trying to figure out who called us to warrant, let's say he was in trouble or something. That wasn't you?
Listen, I'm not going to answer anything right now. I have no idea.
How come you're not going to answer anything?
Well, I mean, I got to wait for, I'm talking to my superiors and everything else to see.
Oh, she told a lieutenant you're coming down here to kind of shed some light on what happened.
Right. No, I'm here, and then there's also going to be a special agent from the RA here in Grand Rapids. I don't know if you know S.A. Burns or not, but he's going to come down here, and so we'll go from there.
Soon the officers realized that the agent was hammered and decided to take his weapon away before conducting a breath test. Despite being an agent, carrying a firearm in a police station while being drunk is a crime.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, just let them do what they got to do.
All right, hold it. There you go.
got your crutch, right?
Yeah.
You can hold on to that. I'll just take this.
Okay.
Do you want me to secure it in the locker while you're doing your business?
Nah, I'll stick it in my pocket, thanks.
Need you to seal your lips and blow and tell the beeps.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Seal your lips and blow. Keep going. There you go. .116 at.
What does that mean?
0522. Your BAC right now is .116.
Is that above?
Oh yeah. At 5:22 in the morning. Legal limit in Michigan is .08. So we'll probably be holding on to your firearm.
Well, this officer was owned immediately. This next crooked cop did the unthinkable and was fired later.
Hands! Put the phone down now! Sit! Lay down! Lay down! Lay down! Put the phone down! Stand up, okay? Stand up, you're good. Stand up, I got you. Hey, you're good, you're good. All right, stand up, I got you. You're gonna be okay. Stand up, I got you.
The individual seated in front of the car was none other than the driver's 10-year-old son. Without hesitation, the officer drew his gun, intensifying the already tense situation. However, things were about to take a turn for the worse.
I'm gonna detain you for right now, okay? Let me get every phone that's set on the ground so we don't break it, all right?
I didn't run from you! I didn't run from you!
Are you okay? It's fine. These come off just as easy, all right? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Sorry, now we got two detained, car secure.
Can you put it in my pocket?
Two detained, 1534.
Is there anything in pockets we need to know about?
No, nothing.
All right.
Here, you can check.
You're okay, all right?
The boy was subjected to intense scrutiny, and to compound matters, the officers began to treat his father brutally right before his eyes.
Who's in the car with you? That's your dad? Okay. Do you know why he took off running? You know why he took off running?
No.
Okay. Alright, he's gonna be okay too. Don't worry about it, alright? You're okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Stop pulling away from me! Stop moving! Stop! Wow! Stop! Where's the sergeant? Stop! Get off of me, dude! Stop!
I'm gonna pull your mask up, okay? You're okay? You're not hurt at all?
No.
That's when the father realized the dire situation his poor son was in, prompting him to vent his frustrations toward the officer. It's safe to say his actions were justified given the circumstances.
Can I call my mom?
Yep, we'll let you make some phone calls in just a little bit, okay? He's okay. He's okay. He's alright. Here, do me a favor. Let's go over to the side of the car, okay? You're good. You're good. You're good. It's alright. Where's your mom at?
She's at home.
Okay. Alright.
Why y'all got my son in handcuffs, bro?
At this juncture, the officer recognized the grave mistake of aiming his gun at the innocent boy and tried making amends in the following moments.
I was actually just taking him over to the car to do it. Alright, you're good. Do you want to call your mom?
Yeah.
Alright, we can call your mom.
You want to have a seat right there on the curb?
Go sit on the curb,
Sit on
alright?
the curb. Right there.
You're good. You can stand, you can sit. It's up to you. I get it.
The boy remained petrified, still in a state of shock after the events had occurred. Nevertheless, despite his distress, he managed to reach out to his mother, who was able to convey the terrifying events that unfolded.
I don't know.
What is it, Huron Street?
Huron
The
Street.
Kroger at Huron Street in 94.
12 on Huron Street, 94.
What do you mean? What's going on?
My dad got pulled over.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm coming from MC. Tell them I'm on my way.
Okay, just tell her everything's okay. He's all right. So just hurry, but don't hurry, okay? We don't want you to get into an accident.
As the child waited for his mother to arrive and pick him up, the police officer remained occupied with rectifying his earlier mistake.
Y'all good? You need a water or anything? You thirsty? Gatorade? Hey, Cassette, can you? I'm gonna grab him a drink.
Okay.
You want a Gatorade or a water?
Alright. Thank you.
Yep.
Can you get, it's a bag in the car and it's gray and
Yep.
It's my grandma's gift.
Okay, yeah, we'll make sure we get everything for you. They're going to have to do some things with the car just because, you know, what happened.
Moments later, the boy's mother arrived at the scene and took him home. Meanwhile, the driver, who was the boy's father, faced arrest and charges including second-degree fleeing and eluding, possession of stolen property, resisting and obstructing, child abuse, and driving on a suspended or revoked license. Subsequently, the boy's family initiated legal action against the Pittsfield Township Police Department, seeking $400,000 in damages for the mistreatment of the young child. It's insane what the cops did to a 10-year-old, but the inhumane treatment of this veteran surpasses even that egregious act.
Call your dog off! Call your dog off!
The incident occurred on October 13, 2021, after someone contacted the Gastonia Police Department, reporting a person panhandling on the streets. Shortly afterward, Officer Sierra Brooks arrived at the traffic stop where the individual stood.
I just saw you take money from that car.
Yeah, you saw me take money, but you didn't see me ask.
All right, let me get your ID, okay?
You can't ask for my ID if
yes, I can.
giving me money.
Okay, get your dog, okay? Yes, I can. It's called panhandling.
But it's not panhandling if I didn't ask for it, is it?
ID. You can give me your ID or you can go to jail for RDO. Which one you want to do?
What's the ID for, though?
Because I'm about to write you a citation.
For what?
For panhandling.
That's not panhandling.
The individual in question was Joshua Rarer, a disabled and homeless veteran, accompanied by his service dog, Sunshine. It appeared that the officer had already made up her mind before approaching the veteran, as she kept making things difficult for him.
Who walked out to the car?
Because they stopped. Did you see them stop?
Give me your
ID.
You
saw the whole situation.
Give me your ID or you're going to jail for RDO, which is resist, delay, obstruct. Okay?
You're gonna write a disabled veteran that's living in the woods a ticket.
Yes, because I asked you not to do it, and you
I didn't do it. You
and I
see
sit
me.
there and watch
here. I'm packing my stuff up.
I sit there and watch
you. Watch me walk up the sidewalk.
Chebega, Third City. I'm out with that.
Officer Brooks's treatment of the homeless veteran was downright cruel and heartless. What's even worse, her behavior was about to escalate further.
I didn't commit a crime. I'm recording.
You violated a city
ordinance.
ordinance.
No, I didn't. There's no city ordinance that says somebody can't give me money.
And you obstructed traffic.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
They did. They obstructed traffic. You're the one in the car.
Give me your ID, sir.
I'm not giving you my ID because I didn't break the law.
And I can almost guarantee you it's not going to go the way you want it to go.
I want to talk to a supervisor.
He's on his way out here. He's on his way out here.
Upon Officer Brooks' request, Officer Maurice Taylor arrived on the scene. Veteran Rarer believed he might stand a better chance against Taylor, but he quickly discovered he was mistaken.
She's trying to write me a ticket because I was walking up this, packing up. She told me to pack up, and I was literally rolling up my roll. And somebody stopped and gave me money. And you saw it yesterday. He saw it too. People give me money without me asking. I don't have to ask.
Because you're, first of all, I mean, it can be inferred, okay? Because that's the way the law works. Right. Things can be inferred. So if it appears that you're violating the ordinance, that's how that works.
As it happened, Officer Taylor had a history with Rarer. Nevertheless, even with their past interactions, he showed no sign of empathy toward the homeless vet.
You're in the median, right? You're waving at people in the median after I've told you.
Down like this.
Yes.
I sit there and observe you, and that lady is a witness down there.
Yeah, and I walked up here because I packed up like you told me
I just want you to know you can go to jail for this ordinance. If you continue to argue with officers, you're going to go to jail, and we are going to call animal control for your dog. You got it?
The officer then went as far as threatening him with arrest. Faced with a deadlock, the veteran decided to produce some identification.
And I was literally walking up here. I didn't ask anybody for money.
Okay.
That's right. I'm taking this to trial.
You can.
That's fine. You can.
It's going to go to trial anyway. You don't even have to ask.
Oh, there you go.
No, your state ID, not your VA ID.
This isn't valid. It's not valid.
I need your state ID, not your VA ID. I'm going to ask you one more time.
It's not even valid.
Give me your state ID.
However, Rarer presented his veteran ID card, a move that clearly displeased the officer, who then proceeded to take an unexpected action.
You're being arrested.
Whoa, what for, dude?
Turn around.
Are you kidding me?
Turn around.
Do you see this?
Turn around.
Somebody help me!
Turn around.
Hey, what are you doing?
Stop.
What are you doing? Mama!
Hey!
What are you doing?
Call your dog off. Call your dog off.
As the officers attempted to place him in handcuffs, Rarer's dog, Sunshine, began to create trouble for them. This sudden development escalated the situation into chaos, leading the officers to take drastic and unthinkable actions.
Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Sir, call your dog off. Call your dog off. He just bit me. He bit me. Call your dog off. To Charlie. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. We need. 2 Charlie 10 City. We need more units. We need more units.
The officer tased the unfortunate dog, causing it to quickly flee, leaving Rarer in a state of panic and shock. He cried out hysterically, still struggling to comprehend the bewildering events that had unfolded.
Hey! Stop! Why are you doing this? Somebody help me! Record! Turn around. Record this! Turn around, sir. Help me! Turn around. Help! Turn around. Why are you doing this? Help me! What are you doing? Negative.
Relax and give me your hand.
As chaos unfolded on the road, a concerned passerby stepped forward and questioned the officers about their inhumane treatment.
Please help me! Why are y'all doing this to me?
What did they ask you for?
They asked me for my ID and then he grabbed me and tackled me. Because you wouldn't give it to me. I was in the process of handing it to you. Okay, we're doing what we have to do. They tased my dog. They tased it. Please record this. Please record this. Why are y'all doing this to me?
The woman appeared heartbroken, ensuring to express her anger and emotions in front of the other officer who arrived on the scene.
I get it, but it doesn't change the fact that the dog bit me. Okay? Can y'all just back up, please?
Did you see the dog biting his foot?
Dude, he tased my dog. Of course. Like, seriously, why are y'all doing this to me? Okay, but we have to do our job. We have to do our job.
Here's the thing. Y'all didn't see the whole story, so just back up.
Be nice right now. Really be nice. Why would I support y'all? Support us. I'm just a head row.
Well, you did not get to see. You did not see the whole story. Please help.
The officers shamefully defended their actions and bullied the woman out of the area, attempting to silence her as she exposed their lies and hidden agendas. As more officers and police cruisers arrived on the scene, Rarer went through an emotional outburst.
Somebody please help me. They're trying to kidnap me. Did he see the dog bite? I don't know what they do with Sunshine. Where's my dog? Sunshine Ray. Where's my dog? Where's my dog? Where's my dog?
None of the officers showed any concern for the old vet. Instead, they were preoccupied with covering up their mistakes.
The dog got on the hood of the car, and the dog began barking. The dog initially barked and bit my boot, but it didn't break my boot. I did not want this dog to bite my partner. You understand? Okay, we asked for his ID. He refused us to give us his ID.
The officer explained that the dog merely bit his boot, causing no pain or injury. This revelation sheds light on the officer's tendency to lie and their disdain for the general public, especially homeless veterans.
I understand the VA ID doesn't have certain information on it. I'm also a veteran myself. I get it. Yeah. Okay, so and he nips it like he nips at my foot. It doesn't nip, but he actually bites my boot, but it doesn't break my boot. At that point, I'm telling him to call off his dog. Okay, yeah. At that point, yeah, that's exactly where it was. I told him to call off his dog. The dog jumps up on the hood, and I'm thinking it's going to bite Brooks at this point as we're doing this, because the dog is obviously worried. It's going to try to protect his owner. It already bit me. Okay. So at this point, once the dog looked like it was about to get close to Brooks, I tased it. Because that was the logical thing to do, so my partner...
Officer Taylor's confirmation of his own veteran status raises even greater concern, highlighting his lack of empathy and respect for his fellow brother in need of help, not abuse.
I've told him before to get off the median.
I'm looking back at him, and he walks from there down to here with his hands like this and then goes and gets money from him.
Okay. I did not want the dog to bite my partner while we're trying to detain a man, and we don't know what he has on him. Of course.
The sergeant listened intently to the officer's clarifications, making a decision to thoroughly understand what had transpired.
And you seen the dog go which way?
It ran down this way somewhere.
Let me get his info and then,
But I'll dock my body cam. I'm good, but
EMS anything?
law is...
Rarere was subsequently arrested on charges of panhandling and resisting arrest. Although Sunshine survived the encounter with the police officer on October 13th, she tragically passed away a few days later after being struck by a car. In July, Rarere reached a plea agreement that resulted in all of his cases being dropped. He also lodged complaints about the demeanor of the officers throughout the encounter. However, the Gastonia Police Department maintained that the officers had followed department policies after conducting an investigation. Well, if that wasn't bad enough, watch how this officer nearly caused a fatality to his own partner. On December 21st, 2022, Genesee County Central Dispatch received a call regarding a person who had fired a pistol outside the caller's home. Immediately, 4 officers were dispatched to the location, and chaos erupted within minutes.
I couldn't copy that traffic. Copy that. Suspect running northbound. Shots fired.
During the chaos of the gunfire, Officer Cody Monroe committed a grave error by shooting across the fence, inadvertently hitting Burton police officer Dalton Christie with some of his shots. Without hesitation, Monroe rushed over to Christie's side.
I got him! He's hit! Get down!
247. Off traffic.
I'm going to you, Christy.
46, where's she at?
I got it.
Northbound from 2133.
Oh, where you at? Where you at?
My legs.
Okay.
My legs, my right ankle. 13 for status.
Sir, get back!
Get back! Get in the house!
Christie was struck in his lower body, sustaining 7 gunshot wounds, a revelation that came to light later. Remarkably, despite his injuries, he remained composed and even aided the officer who came to his help.
Where you at? Where at? Right here. 7. Right here, right. Step up.
1811 for a status. Copy that, 33.
Yes, I know the suspect. He's underneath the fence. You good?
Can somebody verify the location of the...
Yet, the incident didn't end there. Officer Monroe found himself facing another grim situation. Deputy Brandon Fatching, who had been in pursuit of the suspect, fell victim to 2 gunshot wounds inflicted by the perpetrator. In a swift turn of events, Brandon managed to fire 5 shots at Patrick Pinston, the suspect, ultimately ending his life. However, the exchange left Brandon critically injured, urgently requiring assistance.
What's the address here? Are you hit?
What is the location of the officer?
Watch fire. You hit? Yeah. Get down. And the leg and chest. No, try to get right here! Don't move! Move! Don't fucking move!
Deputy Brandon had been shot in the chest, the bullets piercing both his chest and his magazine pouch. He lay in desperate need of aid as a multitude of officers rushed to his side, responding to the urgent call for assistance.
Hey, him! Yes? Him! Where you hit? He's hit hard!
I got it.
Open it. You got it?
You with me? Just keep
As help started to arrive, the paramedics also moved over to take care of Officer Christie, who was in severe pain as well.
Saginaw North or 475 North.
C unit.
We're going to be north now, Saginaw. 35.
What do you need, Gordon? I got gauze.
Copy that. Saginaw to Hemphill.
We're going to start off this whole boot.
He's still with us. Right here, Bristol. 2141 Bristol.
So I think we can go ahead and take us this turn.
If there's not a game on Unit O'Connell,
Officer Christie exhibited remarkable resilience, bearing the weight of his injuries with unwavering strength. However, moments later, Officer Monroe came to a stark realization of the gravity of his actions.
I think one of my bullets hit Christie. I think my bullet hit Christie. You fired at him? Was that guy in there's moving on the other side of the fence? He's right there. He backs up. Goes up. I don't think I hit the suspect. I think one of my bullets hit Christie. Because I saw the mag and he point, shot, and he backs up and he points, and then I just saw a blur behind the fence, which I thought was the suspect, and I fired around that fence, and I think one of mine hit Christie in the leg.
If you found these accounts as compelling as we did, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel for more insightful content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps raise awareness about the importance of integrity within the police force. And if you're eager for more eye-opening stories, be sure to check out our next video.